Alright, figured I'd go on and do a quick video on the 2024 Season 1 preview of all the different series that are going on, all the series that I plan on racing, and all that fun stuff. So we'll get started here. If you check the members site, members.iracing.com, and click on the forums, Tyler Hudson, one of the admins with iRacing, shared the PDF. It's the preliminary schedule, so things likely to change, especially adding the new tracks and all that sort of thing. So we'll go over a quick outlook of the different series between oval, road, dirt, and that kind of stuff. And we'll talk about what races I think are going to be a lot of fun, which could be, you know, pretty disastrous, and everything in between. So we'll get started here. We'll skip the rookies because I really don't race rookies unless I'm streaming with Joe, and even then it's one of a couple of tracks, so nothing too crazy and too out of the ordinary there. So we'll jump to the D Oval series first, and it's ARCA time. Starting out the season at ARCA, or at Charlotte, the current 2018 version of the track for 40 laps. Going to South Boston, that's going to be a mess, but it's South Boston, it's short tracks, it's ARCA. ARCA Break Weekly needs to come back. Then we'll go from Sobo to Daytona, over to Legacy, Kentucky, Nashville Fairgrounds, and then the road course of the year at Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal. That is going to be a lot of fun. I think that's going to be a really, really good track for these cars. Obviously, it worked out great in the real-life Nationwide series when they raced there, so that should be a lot of fun. Then we'll go from Villeneuve to Concord, Baby Pocono. I love that track so much. Then after that, we'll go to the 2008 version of Atlanta, and then Mobility Resort Motegi, aka Twin Ring Motegi, the oval. That is going to be a blast. We'll go from there to Kern County. Kern was on last year, Kern is on this year. It's going to be a good time. Nashville Super Speedway, another track where you really have to race the track. And then finally, Indy, the Brickyard, the good track. That'll be the end of it for the ARCA series. Next up, late model stock, both the fixed, I believe, yeah, both the fixed and the open set races are always at the same track, so we'll skip over the open set when we get there. North Wilkesboro, starting it out, that's going to be a lot of fun. Linear, everything around 50 to 55 laps. Sobo is going to be 60 because it's a smaller track. 80 laps, the bull ring. Wow. That's interesting. But North Wilkesboro, Linear, Langley, Bull Ring, Myrtle Beach, New Smyrna, Five Flags, Southern National, that's going to be fun. Kern County will be great. Stafford, love seeing the small tracks raced here, and they're not adding anything, you know, stupid crazy for any of the random races. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll be able to make it, but we'll see. Draftmaster, I don't really race, but the tracks basically stay the same. It's the cars that change for that. Not really something that interests me all that much, to be honest with you. SK mods, this is for the fixed. When you do the open SKs, it's going to be the same track. Starting out at the Charlotte Legends Oval. That is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a mess, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with SKs being D-Class, no yellows. It could get carnage. Hickory, another track that I love but absolutely hates me. That's going to be a lot of fun. Sobo, again, Linear, Southern National, Concord, Stafford, the Nashville Fairgrounds mini layout. Got a win in that in the tour mods this year, gifted to me. They do go to Slinger, the new short track of the 2024 season. Then going from Slinger to Kern, Langley, and then finishing up at Thompson, which is a track that doesn't get raced on all that much, and I find it kind of offensive because I really enjoy Thompson quite a bit. Open SKs are the exact same thing, so we'll skip that. And now we'll jump into the C-Class races. This is the Advanced Legends Cup. I'm gonna try it. I'll race every now and then. It can be really hit or miss on either, you know, if you get a good race or a terrible race. It all kind of depends on the split. Single split can be hit or miss, but we'll see. Starting out at USA, probably the upper echelon of large tracks that the Legends really should be going on. They should just stay on the smaller kind of tracks. They'll go to the Legends layout at Kern, which I have not raced there yet, so that's going to be cool. Linear, Bullring, and then this Lime Rock Park Grand Prix layout. Road course for the Legends. That's going to be super fun. I'm definitely going to have to try to get on to that race. Five Flags, Sobo, Stafford, Oxford Plains, which is a fantastic track for the Legends. I would argue North Wilkesboro is a little bit too big of a track, but it is what it is. Then we'll do Southern National and end it at Myrtle Beach. I think that'll be a fun series. It all kind of depends on the splits, who's racing in there, and, you know, all that sort of thing. Cars Tour, like I said, this is the open version. Exact same layout as the fix, so we'll just kind of breeze past that. Just making sure. Actually, it is slightly different for the open. Yeah, maybe slightly different, but not really one that I'm going to be racing on all that much. Gen 4 is going to be one of those races that if it's going, I'll try to race it, but I haven't really been able to. They'll go to the Rock, Richmond, Las Vegas, Indy, the open wheel layout. That's interesting. The only difference between the open wheel layout and the NASCAR layout is you have to take pit exit and pit entrance into 3 and out of 2, as opposed to just entering right at pit entrance. So that'll be interesting there. Watkins Glen, the Cup layout, Talladega, Bristol single pit roads, which is the norm, Chicago, Iowa, Atlanta 08, and Auto Club Speedway. And my favorite track, Dover, there at the end of the season. That will end in the last week of February. Trucks, NASCAR Truck Series, starting with the Fixed Series. Open Series is the exact same. It's going to follow the NASCAR schedule when we get to NASCAR, but before then we have Legacy Michigan into Talladega, going to Kern, which is awesome. So they will have a truck set, which is great. They'll go to Kentucky. Rockingham is going to be fun. Willow Springs is going to be wild for these trucks. Then they'll go to Myrtle Beach before the NASCAR season starts with LA Coliseum, then Chicagoland, and then we kick it off with Daytona. So 3 super speedways this season for the trucks and all NASCAR things. So that's going to be it's going to be something. Daytona, Atlanta, Vegas. Tour mods are going to Big Kern, Richmond, Slinger. That's going to be cool. It's going to be interesting to see how that works with yellows. Martinsville, Stafford, Hickory, Sobo, Southern National, New Smyrna, New Hampshire. If only they got the draft similar to real life, I think New Hampshire would be a lot of fun. Oxford Plains, one big circle, and Thompson to wrap out week 12. Tour mod fixed, same exact as the open, so we'll skip through that. Trucks fixed, again, same as the trucks, so we'll skip that. Street stocks, not really something I race, but if you're interested, here's the schedule. Linear, IRP, Kern, Oxford Plains, Bristol, Sobo, Thompson, USA, Darlington. That could be interesting. Slinger, Stafford, and the Charlotte Roval to round up the season. All right, interesting. Super late. This is the open. It's going to be the same schedule as the fixed, but the fixed, I believe, is slightly less laps. No, it's about the same. Interesting. But we'll go to the Big Nashville Fairgrounds, Myrtle Beach, Kern, Southern National, Hickory, South Stafford, Five Flags, Sobo, New Smyrna, same old short tracks, adding in Slinger week 12. IR18, not going to be racing there, but that could be interesting. 6 laps at the Nürburgring combined, so that should be fun. And the rest is kind of the standard kind of open wheel stuff. Winter NIS is almost over, so we can probably skip that one. Next week is at Indy, NASCAR Oval, and that's the rest of Winter NIS. Same with the Fix series, we can jump through that. Now on to the B class. B-Fix Xfinity cars. Going to be starting out in Texas at the Legacy, Texas. Then we'll go to Gateway, Iowa, Legacy, Michigan, Indy, 2000, the NASCAR layout, 2008, Atlanta, Nashville Superspeedway, Chicagoland, Rockingham, and then we go into the real NASCAR season with Daytona, Atlanta, and Las Vegas. NASCAR Legends, the 87s, starting out at Indy, then Talladega, Road Atlanta. That'll be interesting. Kern should be interesting as well. Then we'll go to Old Atlanta, Legacy, Michigan, Bristol with the double pit road, Twin Ring. Motegi is going to be awesome to see. I love Motegi is getting on more schedules. That is such a fun track to race, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. Then it's Daytona, Richmond, Darlington, and Dover to round out the season. I'm definitely going to have to try to race more 87s. This is so much fun. They just race at times that I'm not really available to race. Be Open, same deal. Silver Crown, don't really race those. Same with sprint cars, so we'll kind of breeze past those. And we'll make our way to the A-class cars. This is A Open? Yeah, this is A Open, but it's going to be the same deal as A Fix, just double the laps. It's going to be Kentucky, Indy, Twin Ring Oval, which is awesome, Old Atlanta, Rockingham, Darlington, Auto Club, Iowa Long Beach. Okay, that is going to be interesting. See if Cup cars can fit through Long Beach. I don't know how they're going to make that the chicane there, or the stupid turnaround there at the end of the track, but we'll see. Then it's Daytona, Atlanta, Las Vegas into the real NASCAR season. Fixed, the exact same, just half-distance races, so we'll kind of skip through that one. Yeah, Long Beach is on there. All right. And that's it for the oval stuff. For the road series, D-Class Clio Cup, practically dead. Gonna skip that one. F4 Regional Tour, not gonna be racing this, but here we are with Sebring, Summit Point, Canadian Tire, WeatherTech, VIR, Detroit, Belle Isle. That should be interesting. Doesn't really race there that often. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's cool to see it on there. Indy Road Course, Brazil, Juan Carlos, Road America. No, I don't need to move text around, thank you. Yeah, Road Atlanta, Lime Rock, and Sonoma. More your regional races. Wow, they're going to Snetterton. That's cool. More FIA F4 Challenge. Skip that. Ferraris. Thank God I don't own this car. I would be too tempted to destroy everything in this car. Starting the season at Mugello, then Rudskogen, Spa, Alton Park, Charlotte Roval, Daytona Road Course, Aragon, Zandvoort, Sebring, Monza, without the first chicane, Chaos, Okayama and VIR, Formula 1600. Don't know if I'm going to be racing these, but we'll see if the race comes up and I'm looking for something towards the end of the week. Maybe I'll race here. GR Cup. Oh, they named it after Butt Kicker this year. Very cool. The GR86, I will be racing almost every single race. Probably every race anyway. But we're going to Lime Rock Park with the West Bend Chicane. Sandown, haven't raced there in a hot minute. So, good to see Sandown back on the track. Red Bull Ring, the National Circuit, which I believe is the weird layout. I think. You know what? I am gonna have to check that. Let's open up the old iRacing to see which layout that is. Red Bull Ring National Circuit. Let's take a look at that, because I am interested to see what track layout that is. If it's the standard lower part or if it's the north part, that's the really weird one. Let's take a look. By the way, if you don't know Sandown... No, I'm not looking for... Yeah, this is Sandown here. It's the very long straightaway. Couple of corners where this section here, the curbs want to just murder your face. Sandown, very fun track. Red Bull Ring. This is the Grand Prix. The National Circuit is this with the cut through going back through here. So that is going to be a ton of fun to race at, especially with the GR Cup. That is going to be fun. After that, we'll go to Tsukuba, which is the 2000 Moto layout, which that track... We'll go here, take a look at the 2000 Moto. It's got that funky little chicane right after turn 5, so instead of powering through, you got the weird little chicane there. That's going to be pretty interesting, if you ask me, to see how people cope with that corner. I've never raced on that layout, so that should be a lot of fun to check out. Then it's Juan Carlos, Mosport, Charlotte Roval, Willow Springs, Sebring, the club layout, which, if I'm not mistaken, that is a very strange layout that isn't raced all that often. Let's see here. Yeah, the club version. It's the weird northern part of the track that has the mystery pit road that's really hard to find out, like, where it is. But yeah, that's the mystery pit road. It's a weird layout, but it's a lot of fun. The modified is the south version. I almost would prefer to race at the modified version and not the club circuit, but it is what it is. No biggie there. Alton Park Island, Road Atlanta Short, just skips that little left side of the track. And then Watkins Glen finished that out. Really excited for the GR Cup Series. GT4 Series. This is going to be the same as the Sports Car Challenge. So we'll go to Monza without the first chicane. Grand Prix layout of Twin Ring Motegi. Silverstone, the International Circuit. Daytona, Rudskogen, Mount Panorama. It's going to be terrifying, but I love that track. Back at Sandown again, which is great. Suzuka. The whole Suzuka track. Mugello, Hungaroring, Okayama, and Long Beach to finish out the GT4 season. Fanatec Challenge, I don't race there, so we'll skip that. Mission R, no one races that. Apparently there is just no Mustang Skippy race? Or a Mustang race? I don't know. My favorite series in all of iRacing. Could use a little better, balance of power, if you ask me, but it is what it is. Production Car Challenge, we'll go to Zandvoort, Summit Point, Barber, haven't raced there in a while. Mugello, Sebring, Rudskogen, Going to Brazil, Sonoma with the Cup layout, which is fun. It says Indy Road Course, but it says 4 laps, so I'm assuming that's just going to be Nürburgring and not the Indy Road Course. Again, this is a preliminary schedule, so we'll see. With Phillip Island, VIR, and Road Atlanta. Skippies, don't really race there, so we'll skip that. We'll skip the Spec Racer Ford. Touring cars is going to be a lot of fun. We'll go to Rudskogen, Twin Ring, Road America, Daytona Road Course, Hockenheim, the B layout, which let's pull up that track map to see what it looks like. That's the B layout. There we go, National B. Oh, so it just skips the... Well, that's kind of annoying. That's pointless. Just skips the hairpin at the end of the track, and you just get through Parabolica and a couple of rights and get back in through this section. National A. Oh, wow. So National B just has a bit of a harder turn. Short course would have been fun as well. Or even the outer, and just skipping this intersection here and just following the drag strip almost all the way down. And then there's the Porsche Experience Center and whatnot, so... But those only get raced for time attack stuff. So touring cars are going to go there. Mount Panorama, VIR, Suzuka, Okayama, but it's the short version of Okayama, Hungaroring, Watkins Glen Cup, and Long Beach to finish out the season. USF 2000, you see that here. Road America, Zandvoort, Gateway is going to be fun as the oval track. Laguna Seca, Brand Hatch is another great track. Classic Lime Rock Park. And then Legacy Phoenix, Legacy Silverstone, Indy Road, Long Beach, Kern is going to be a lot of fun. And then Okayama. The Weekly Race Challenge, that is a new series. And it changes car and track every week. I think that's a really cool concept. It might be something I'm going to race, just because I race a whole bunch of different random things anyway. Advanced Mazdas, I don't really race there, but here is the schedule. That should be fun. Nothing too wild and crazy. Alternate version of Zolder, which doesn't have the chicanes. It just kind of has a straight cut through with all of them. Dallara, IR Fix series, don't own the car, don't race that. And like I said, this is the Sports Car Challenge, same exact series as the GT4, just 30-minute races. Here is everything you need to see. Nothing different from the GT4 series, so we'll move ahead. F3, don't race that, but there is the schedule. Same with the Dallara 1. VRS Endurance, I do not race. That is far too long, and I need teams. Grand Prix, again, don't race that. IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge, would love to race this. It's the touring cars and GT4s, but races on weekends, and I don't have time for that, unfortunately. IMSA Vintage Series. This is the Nissan and the Audis. Don't race those. Looks like a lot of fun, but not something I race. LMP Series, same exact deal as the touring car, or as the GT4s and the Sports Car Challenge. Don't need to go over that schedule a million times. The newest update for the GT series, it's the GT1, so the Ford GT2, Corvette, Aston Martin GT1, and the HPD ARX 01C. They added that in, so that's really cool. I might have to race this one this year. Fun cars, fun tracks, Watkins Glen Classic Boot, Full Course Road America, Spa, Nürburgring combined, which is cool. Daytona, Road Atlanta, Monza without the first chicane, Sebring, the international layout, which is the standard layout, Red Bull Ring, 24 Hours of Le Mans Historic, so you're just going straight down Mulsanne without any of the chicanes, Okayama, and Laguna Seca. Radicals, don't race that. Ringmeister, don't race that. Although some of the cars could be interesting, but not something I race. Stock Car Brazil, again, something I don't race. Would be a lot of fun, just not enough participation. Same goes with the supercars. Not something I race, although it would be a lot of fun. Touring car open. Same deal as the fixed. Don't need to go through that one. Same with the Indy Pro 2000. Lotus Grand Prix. Porsche Cup. This is the open setup. Fixed is just going to be the same, so we'll go through the open. Brazil, Zandvoort Grand Prix, Aragon Grand Prix, Spa, Sebring, Road America, Imola, Legacy Silverstone, Sonoma, the Cup layout, Nürburgring Grimstrecke, the long, so it's the combined series, so that's that one. Brands Hatch and Oran Park. That's the same fixed series, so we'll skip through that. Renault 3.5. We'll skip through that one. Super Formula. Skip through that. Don't race that. VRS GT Sprint Series. This is the one. This is the GT3 series that I try to race when I can. Spa. Mugello. Aragon. That's going to be fun. Daytona Road. Hockenheim, the Grand Prix track. That's going to be fun. Charlotte Roval, I'm absolutely going to be racing that. Suzuka, Alton Park International Circuit. Road Atlanta, Okayama, and Mount Panorama, and Coda to end the series. So that's going to be a lot of fun. GT3 fixed, same exact as the VRS, so we will skip through all of those races. GTE series, 45-minute races, same as the VRS Sprint series, but GTE cars. It's going to go to Mugello, Gilles Villeneuve, Spa, Mosport, Monza, VIR, Le Mans, 24 hours layout, WeatherTech, Laguna Seca, Road Atlanta, Suzuka, Nürburgring, and Jerez to end out the season. The endurance racing, don't race that, doesn't matter. IMSA series, that's the endurance series, don't race that. LMP2s, I do not race those. I am not good enough for those, let me tell you. Open wheel B, don't really race those, so we'll just kind of skip that. And the A series, I don't have my A road license anymore, so I'm not going to be racing these, but this is the Formula 1, the Mercedes W13. Skip those. The IMSA series, I want to get back into racing this series so badly. But it is what it is. Mosport into Hockenheim, 24 hours of Le Mans. That's going to be cool. Long Beach is in there. Watkins Glen with the boot. Into Daytona, Nürburgring combined is going to be a lot of fun. Sebring, Spa, Aragon, Gillette Villeneuve, and rounding it out at Silverstone, the Grand Prix. The fixed series, wow, the fixed series is actually 10 minutes shorter than the open series. Did not know they're having a fixed series this year. That's new. Very cool. Same series, just 35 minutes instead of 45 minutes. And then the rest are dirt oval tracks that I really don't race at, so let me know what you think in the comments about the series. Let me know what series you're really interested in racing in. I'm excited to get out on the track for the 2024 Season 1 season, so we'll see how all of those go. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy my content and you can't wait to see upcoming races. I'm excited too. Thanks for watching.